Here I then started using more of this ink and experimenting more with the shadow on her forehead and muting down all the colors, and I think she looks so stunning, this rabbit, in theme for the Easter, I guess. I love her facial expression. So yeah, and I like the detailing on the bodysuits as well. This type of illustration is perfect for those of you who struggle with painting hands and feet, which I do as well. So this is back onto the, is it white or yellow? This is the yellow, the cream Tomoe River 52 GSM. Then there is another one here, and I do like this one as well. She's sort of full of character with her huge ears. I do love the subdued, muted pinks, and they look very pretty. So I started mixing a lot of these colors with black, and that gives you a nice muted tone. Here again, around the eyes and the ears, is the Waterman ink. I hope you can see that it's a very interesting ink. It goes into greys and blues and like a milky grey and blue. I have not come across ink like this. I mean, you would struggle to mix up a watercolor to have these beautiful dimensions, whereas with the Waterman ink, you just have it in your pan and you draw out and it always comes out like that. So I'm really happy I have added this ink to my collection. Another rabbit. Now she's a little bit funny looking, and that is because you can see that the lines aren't straight. I was doing her actually on the way back, so we were driving and I was doing her in the car while my husband was driving, and I mean, it's not bad considering, you know, how bumpy it can be on the motorway. But yeah, so she was done while we were on the roads. Again, very muted colors, loads of grays and all of that, keeping it nice and simple, and using Waterman for shadowing. And now this one was when we were back. I love this one. Oh my gosh, I just love her. I think I'm gonna print her and like put her in a frame or something. She's just amazing. I think she's my favorite ever illustration. I love her face, I love her attitude, and then I gave her a bit of a bigger thigh here, so she has a little bit more of a shape to her. I love the long legs and arms. I just love everything about her. She's a beautiful little bunny. And then I've done this one as well. I love this one. She's quite cookie. I love the style that I have developed with these illustrations. I mean, this one that I've shown you here is an illustration that I was doing years and years ago, and I kind of couldn't move on from that. That they're all where I will show you actually one day. If you're interested, let me know. I have loads of sketchbooks from back in the day when I was doing these sort of fashion illustrations, and to go to that is just, it makes me really happy, because this has a lot more style to it. And yeah, so playing with the colors again. This is more of a kind of like a purpley color, and I realized the less colors I do, the more I enjoy it. So she's very pretty as well. And finally, here is the last one. She looks a little bit like a devil but I do like her. She's still quite cute. And I don't know if you can notice, but she has a little glow in her eyes, and I think this is what makes her quite spooky. But here is the thing. For some reason, as you notice in the other, they all have white eyes. So I don't like adding color to the eyes. It's a thing. As soon as I start putting any color, particularly sort of blues or greens or whatever, it just kills the whole illustration for me. I don't know what it is, I just don't like it. And although I would like some sort of a color, but I couldn't find anything. And with this one, I think it's quite interesting, because when you look straight onto her, the eyes look a little bit off-white, so at least they're not just the paper white. But when you actually start playing with the light and the color gets reflected, it's a beautiful kind of shimmery blue color. So I'm just trying to show you. So it's almost like doll eyes, you know, makes her a little bit more alive, I guess. But it's probably, you know, depends on your style and what you like. But I actually quite like this. And if you wonder how I have created this, is basically I used a tiny little amount of this color here, which is the blue pearl, with this super fine, it's a 3-0 brush, and I made sure it's nice and creamy. So, and then I went over and then I done double layer. You don't have to do, but I just wanted to make sure that they really have this glow, these eyes, and so that's what I've done. And there is a swatch. I just want to show you again. When the light hits it, it's just so pretty. There is a swatch video that I've done of these 12 colors. They're really interesting. And here is the swatch card again. So here is that color that I use for her eyes. Not sure if you can see. There we go. And so I have a few other shades here that I could use for the eyes. There's a green pearl, shining pink, and a fine lilac, which are sort of whitish looking when you look straight ahead, and then when you reflect, when the light gets reflected, then you get these beautiful sheens there, and also silver, like a cold like a white-ish silver pearl. So these colors are beautiful, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to be using these in the eyes, just to make them look a little bit more finished. I don't know whether that's something I will continue doing, but for now I'm enjoying it. So that's the last one, and I've done it yesterday, I think, and that's it for illustrations. And then there are the couple more pages which I keep positive quotes in from different artists. So here is Creativity Takes Courage, is by Henry Matisse, and I've got a few more pages left for the quotes, and that is it. So that's my flip through. I hope you enjoyed it. It feels good to have finished insert. And if I haven't mentioned, this is the 48 pages, because you get 12 pages of 4 different papers. And yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.